Hi Libra. This is going to be your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting Wednesday, March 30th until next Wednesday, April 6th. I have already shuffled and laid out the cards in the interest of saving time. We're going to use the horseshoe spread, which I love, and the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid to kind of clarify the energies. Libra, I'm so excited about your reading. I just want to jump right in. I'm so excited because this looks really interesting. So now you have to understand that I'm reading for the collective, okay? So the collective of Libras. And I can see these cards playing out a few different ways depending on who you are. But no matter who you are, I can feel this energy is very powerful. You have a couple of, 3 out of 7 that are fate cards, which is very powerful energies moving forward. They call them fate cards or major arcana cards because these are the more powerful energies that we all are going to go through at some point in time. And the minor arcana are the energies that it's kind of like how you deal with those situations, right? Anyway, I digress. Libra, here we go. In the past category, you have the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups is a man of very emotional maturity. It symbolizes a attitude of emotional maturity, having overcome problems, overcoming emotional complexities with ease, turning them into something that works for us, being able to use his heart, etc., etc., being able to use your heart. There is a flip side to this card. Sometimes, when cards show up, I don't read reversed in the tarot because, in my opinion, you can kind of tell when you're reading for somebody by their situation and the cards around it, if it's talking about a reversed or an upright. But in this sense, I'm talking to a collective of Libras, right? So this could even be the reverse of this, is somebody who's highly manipulative and emotionally manipulative as well. So just keep that in mind. However you understand this, it relates to dealing with a situation or a person in your recent relevant past that is coming up in your present that has to do with this emotional maturity. Either this is a person or an attitude that you have embodied or embraced in your recent past. In your present, you have the Ace of Swords, which is cuts through all obstacles. And sometimes it indicates a harsh truth being revealed or a harsh reality coming to play. Swords are thoughts, or thoughts and words. They are an air sign, thoughts and words, invisible air. And again, this sword, cuts through all obstacles. They even highlight the knuckles, like the energy that comes in with this. So in your past, I got to try to see. The problem is I'm a psychic medium and I got both narratives going on in my head at the same time. For some of you, this is extremely exciting. And for others of you, it looks like you're leaving a bad situation or a bad relationship or job or something that has been emotionally manipulative, right? So anyway, either you have come together with somebody in the past and through this harsh truth, cutting through all obstacles kind of attitude, like whatever this problem is, we're going to meet this together. We're going to get through this. You expect union. You expect to be able to do this together. You expect synchronicities. It's interesting. There's 2 cards in the deck that kind of really indicate marriage, and you got them in expect and desire. So for a lot of you, this is talking about a marriage. It's talking about, there's somebody in your past that you've come to an emotional maturity with, and you have this great communication going on or harsh communication going on in your present. You expect to be able to find union and compromise and love and synchronicity with somebody and marriage and move your life forward, right? And for some of you, you expected that from this person, and instead he was upside down. He was the reverse of that energy. Do you see what I'm saying? Or that it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. It can be a job. It can be some situation that you thought would make you feel this way, and actually you're dealing with people that are emotionally manipulative or abusive. Anyway, I digress. So this is what you expected. You expected union. You expected the Hierophant symbolizes our belief systems. It symbolizes our institutions, like the things that hold our belief systems in place, like colleges, universities, banks, those types of things. Our belief systems, churches, prayer, God, that kind of stuff. And again, I really feel like for some of you, you expected and desired marriage and union. Let's go, chop, chop. Unexpected unknown factors. You've got the Fool, which is a really great energy. It is an energy of starting out in a brand new way, in starting out on a brand new path, doing things differently than we've done them before. For a lot of you, maybe you were dealing with a situation that you felt was manipulative or something in your past, but you have found a way. Getting this right this time. You found a way to be able to bring through that communication, and be able to bring through whatever you needed to cut through all of those obstacles. And so because you have that belief system, the universe is like, okay, let's bring her to this new, or bring him to this new journey. Because you do things differently than you've done before, you get things differently than you've done before. The Fool talks about a brand new opportunity, a brand new path that is opened up to you in this journey that you're on. And through that brand new path, you have a couple of cards in your reading here that are symbolized help coming in, people coming in, outside resources coming in on this new path. In the Three of Cups, you symbolize, like, these people are celebrating. They're jumping up and down. They're happy. They're excited. It can be weddings. It can be parties. It can be things that you have to go to. But it can also be reuniting with people. It's an interesting energy. In the beginning of your week. See, this is in the beginning. So I read Wednesday to Wednesday. So Wednesday until the beginning of the weekend, mid-weekend. Makes sense. You're going to be around a lot of new people, or a lot of people in the weekends. And then towards the end of the weekend and towards the beginning of next week, you have the Death card. Now, please don't freak out. That doesn't necessarily mean death. Usually in tarot, it doesn't symbolize death. It symbolizes the energy of something ending. And looking at your reading here, it looks like you've been working on ending some kind of something, because you expect this union. You expect this, change of belief systems. You expect, to be able to find this union and happiness with somebody. Unexpectedly, the support and the people start pouring in, and the vibration starts changing, which ends that old feeling, I think, of feeling stuck. At the bottom of the deck, this validates that, is that at the bottom of the deck, which is the overarching energy that just kind of sums up the reading, you have the Six of Swords, which is pretty clear. You see some people moving away from the choppy waters to the calmer waters in their world. And they have help. It does indicate that you're not alone in this. Maybe it's you and kids, or you and your family, or you and other people, or maybe it's just you. But the point is that there's help coming in, and that I see that here too. See, the thing about this card that indicates an outside force is that she's in a bright red dress, and that's different than the other cards, the way they're colored in this card. It just symbolizes something coming in from the outside, and it symbolizes red, heart, passion, right? Something you've been passionate about. This ending, and I'm going to pull a clarifier for you now that I've showed you this overarching energy, or maybe I don't have to because I forgot about those ones. But this really does tell me that old energy that you've been trying to break through, bam, Look at those knuckles, guys. It looks like this week is the week that you start seeing those unexpected new beginnings. What I do want to emphasize, and what comes up with this deck, I love this. This is why it made it almost one of my favorite readings, when these cards fell out. And I say fell out because I just meant to pull one from each deck, right? That was my intention when I was shuffling them. But when I shuffled them, one fell out upside so I could see it, and there was two directly underneath of it. So the first one that fell out, and remember, there's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance, so it means something. The first one that fell out is Treasure Island. This talks about exactly the same as what this means, that your hopes and expectations were for this happy union, for this, job, this marriage, this house, whatever this union is that you were expecting and desiring. That's Treasure Island. All of this water in between is your emotional state of being that is guiding you towards Treasure Island like little breadcrumbs. You can't see the map. You have to feel your way there. You have to feel your way there. You have to remember that, and these are the cards that were underneath of it, that you are poised to receive this new love, union, peace, happiness, whatever this is that it is in your life that you have been trying to overcome here. You are poised. This is happening right now. And God is sending you help right now because you are poised to receive the milk and honey. Milk and honey in this card symbolizes everything that you have worked hard for. Milk and honey doesn't just appear. It's not like it just grows in the grass and you can go pick milk and honey. Milk and honey are things that have been cultivated over time. It takes hard work. You don't just go get milk from a cow, right? That's work. And when you have milk, that's the accumulation of that work and that effort. When you have honey, that's accumulation of that work and that effort. Right? And especially the honey symbolizes it's a dualistic thing. It's you and the universe working together. You're not alone in this. This is the part of your reading, Libra, that gave me chills up my body when I said that to myself in my head before I started reading this to you, and I was like, wow, they're really not alone in this. Hey, this is symbolizing that spirit is working with them to make this happen. And then look at what's on the bottom of the deck. Higher power. This is going to be an interesting week for you, Libra. I don't know how you guys understand that. I mean, so many Libras are going through so many different things. So just know that the general energies, you guys are saying that something you have been desiring, some union, some, job, relationship, whatever this is, God's going to help you this week, bringing in some kind of new path. And it looks like through other people. Go with the flow. That's the reminder of this card. Go with the flow. This is the second time I've recorded your reading, Libra, because the first time I recorded it, the sound didn't work. So I'm not going to cry about that. I'm just going to thank the universe for killing the sound. Why? Because obviously that wasn't the reading that was meant for you. This one is. And when you can understand that the universe doesn't complicate your life unless it's complicating it for you so that it can guide you towards your treasure island, which you can't see with your eyes, you can only feel your way there with your heart, then you will stop getting upset about the little things that have to end in your life to make room for what you have asked for. All of that milk and honey. I hope that this helped you, Libra. I hope you guys have a great week. And if this helped you, please let me know in the comments section below. That helps me. And help me out and share this video too. And if you would like more information on how to get your own private tarot reading or mediumship reading, you can find that information on my website, THMedium.ca. Have a great week, guys.